Howdy y'all, Rebel Dipper here for another video. Now, this video is going to be a how-to video for a lot of unexperienced dippers out there. But first, before we get into that, mud jug of the video is the newly customized camouflage mud jug. Let me crack this open for y'all and show y'all how this used to be. You see, it used to be orange. Orange mud jug used to have. Now it's camouflage, so I can dip in the woods without getting spotted. What we're dipping for this video is some Grizzly Long Cut mint. So, go ahead and pack us a lip and get into this video. Did you guys see that shit? Holy fuck. I've only done that one other time. I squeezed the can so goddamn hard that the top popped off and landed in my lap. Let's try that again. Alright, gotta concentrate not to crush the can. There we go. Okay. That was almost bad. That might have been. You can see how much is left in here. Not that much. Now, a lot of it didn't just spill in my lap just then. Just a few. Just a few grains. But, yeah, I would have lost this can because of my stupidity. Still working on that. Let's get us a pinch. I just love those three-dimensional dips. They pack so well. They have sides to them. It's got like a corner on it, like an arrowhead. You gotta get every little bit out of this can. Even just a tad. Alright. Yep, mud jug of the day. Alright, so let's get into this video. Honestly, getting this wasn't really hard for me, but it is something you have to do as a dipper. When you start, you gotta learn how to do it. Some people will just avoid it and just go around it, but to really enjoy it, you have to know how to do this, and that is how to drink any kind of liquid with a dip in. Now, I got some water here. Let's go into the first thing you have to know how to do to be able to drink with a dip in. You have to have control of your tongue. Now, personally, what I do, it doesn't really matter to me a whole lot where the dip is. I dip in the front, in my left, and in my right side. And I know how to control them in each place. But it's less about the placement of the dip than it is about the control of your tongue. Now, specifically, when it's in my front, what I do is I use my tongue, and I put my tongue over my dip. So here's my teeth, and here's my dip. I just blend my tongue over it so that when I drink, it goes over my tongue and it doesn't touch the dip. Now, there's two reasons people might not want their drink to touch the dip in their lip. The reason for me is because a lot of the dips, especially if I'm drinking water, because water doesn't have any taste to it, and that's how I like it. I don't want to drink Grizzly Nestle. I just want the water, but I want to be able to keep my dip in too. So for me, it's more about the flavor of the dip getting into the liquid. Cause I mean, I'm all about good tasting dips, but I don't want to drink the shit. That's why I spit it out. That's why we spit. Some of the dips might taste good, but you're not gonna fucking drink it. You don't want to drink it. And even though it ain't gonna hurt you to just chug down some water with a dip in and get a couple of grains or some juice, in your stomach, shouldn't hurt you that bad unless it's your first dip or something. It'll upset your stomach. But for people who have been dipping a good amount of time, it really ain't gonna bother you. But I do prefer not to be able to taste the dip in my drink. That's my reason for needing to learn how to control my dip with my tongue. Quit that. That's your toys. Alright. So, the second reason is for people who are... Now she's going to jump over there and get it. The second reason for other people, especially beginners, is when they drink, they don't have pockets in their lips, and they don't know how to control their dip quite yet with their tongue. So what'll happen is they'll have probably a shorter grain, like a fine cut, or a long cut. You can have more long cut too. So they'll get a big old swig of it and not know what it's like to drink with a dip in, and they'll just be shocked because the liquid will get in their lip, and because they don't have a pocket for the dip to corner in, it gets in between your lip and your dip and spreads it all over your mouth. And before you have time to react, you've done swallowed it. And then it upsets your stomach or grosses you out or whatever. You might throw it up, and that's a bad experience. Something that make you not want to dip, not want to drink while dipping. You might even throw a dip out just to drink. And that ain't enjoying your dip. You need to be able to drink with a dip in. So that's what I do, is I use my tongue, like I said, and I just let the water go over my tongue. But that's really only when it's in the front, because there's a greater chance of me tasting the dip or swallowing some grains with it in the front, because the water gets more contact with the dip, because it's right there when the water comes in. The dip is right underneath it. Unless, like I said, you use your tongue to cover it up so your liquid don't touch your dip. But when you have it in your corners, it's a little bit harder to move your tongue over there and cover up your dip. Personally, I don't do that because I really can't even remember trying that, because I pretty much knew it wasn't going to work. Because you can feel it and you know it ain't going to work. But I find that when your dip is in the corner of your mouth, it's really not that hard to keep the water from touching it or whatever you're drinking, because if it's over here in the corner, you can just use your tongue. Like I said before, you got to know how to use your tongue. Dipping requires a lot of tongue use, and you curve your tongue up so it just goes over your tongue and down your throat instead of going all over your mouth, unless you puff up your cheeks with whatever you're drinking. So I find that when it's in the corners, it really don't bother me that much. I really don't taste it all that much, because it's not really going in the corners of my mouth. It's just going straight to my throat. But I gotta put my money, or my water, where my dip is, in my lip, in my mouth. Let's crack this son of a bitch. Oh, that ain't working. Alright. Now what I'll do is I'll get my tongue, like I said, and put it over my dip like that. See, when I put my tongue over it, you can't really see it. See how it covers it up? It gives it a channel for that water to go through. Didn't even taste it that time. So that is my advice on dipping with a drink in. Refreshing. So yeah, guys, that's how you dip with a drink in. That's how you drink with a dip in. You gotta learn how to drink with a dip in. So that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. For future videos though, I will be, since I have some cash on me right now, soon, and very soon, within a week or two, I'm going to be doing a kayak suicide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing a kayak suicide. I'm going to go to my store. Go away. I'm going to go to my store, and I'm going to get every type of kayak they have, and I'm going to do a suicide on it. Now, I am going to be moving this Friday to a totally new house, so this is going to be gone. Whether it'll be here, or there, or at my dad's, I'm not sure, but it will happen. And of course, after I get that done, I've already done a review on Kayak Apple, so I'll do my reviews on all the other dips, so we'll probably have a bunch of videos coming out in a very short period of time. But that's pretty much the plan for this upcoming reviews and videos. Now, fall is coming up. It is June 5th, I believe. It's actually 1:18 a.m. right now, so I think it's June 6th. I mean, July 6th. I'm sorry. July 6th. If you haven't seen my July 4th special video, y'all go down and visit my channel and go click on that sumbitch. Now, FYI, the instructions on how to make it are correct. But I did get a bad camera shot of it, but what it did do is it spit fire everywhere. Spit fire all over the yard. Probably flames went all the way across my yard, which is probably tens of yards. Probably about 15 or 20 yards across that section of my yard. And then it spit all over the place. But like I said in the video, that's not what it was supposed to do. What it was supposed to do is explode. Now, I'll tell y'all right now what I did wrong. What you should do, if you want an explosion rather than the flames, which, granted, I mean, y'all saw the trees. I mean, it lit up the entire yard. It was pitch black outside. It was pretty cool. So, it is pretty much a flamethrower if you do it like that. But if you want an explosion, I figured out through that video, what you need to do, because I've done it other times, is you cut off the stem that doesn't have the sparkler on it. You cut off the little handles at where the sparkler meets the handle, and then you just tape that up so it's just like that, and it doesn't have like a handle thing going on. So that is how y'all do that correctly. Comments of this video, let me know. Y'all let me know if what y'all did on the 4th. Y'all shot off fireworks, y'all went fishing, whatever y'all did. Let me know if it's interesting enough. And that'll be it for this video. Hope y'all enjoy it. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. I could use some likes and some subscriptions. I know it's early on and we're still growing, but you gotta shoot for the stars, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be it for this video. My freakish pug. I don't think I've ever had her on here. Here's her. Little pug. Pugly dugs. Catch you on the dip side.